everybody and welcome back to Theme Park Coastin, and today we are back over here at the beautiful Wales for our annual trip over towards Oakwood, one of, if not my favourite theme park in the entire UK. And I've only been here once, but honestly being back here already is amazing. And for our trip today we've got no other than Adam, Derek, my mum and my dad. We're going to be exploring the park for the entire day today. It's open between 10:30 and 6. Meaning we get a lot of rides done.
I mean,
as well
2 hours less than last time.
Just like last time, but we do have classics like Megaphobia, Speed, and just all round great rides over here at the park. So I'm excited to be back here at the beautiful Oakwood.
Oh, you know what, it's so great to be back here, of course, in the country of Wales. You know, it's amazing to be back in this country. And you know what, this park, I mean, we were just saying actually, that there's hardly anybody here this morning.
Yeah,
and
it's dead.
I mean, this is literally the first day of the holiday, and I mean, there's nobody here. It's crazy. And I mean, last when we came in August, I mean, it was a little bit busier, but you know, I reckon we can be getting quite a few rides. And I think last time we got to sort of 43 rides maybe, but you know what, I mean, just getting back on Speed again would be great. Obviously the Ghost Europe rides.
Yeah, of course.
And stuff like that would be good. I mean, Megaphobia still.
I don't know what Bob said too. I know we did it once last time, but I really want to go now. I really missed that ride. So that's going to be great as well. But yeah, it is dead quiet. I mean, this is probably, the park's officially open, the ride's open until 10:30,
so we've got about 10 minutes.
So 10 minutes, and there's an entrance there, there's an entrance over there, and there's an entrance down here where everyone's waiting. That is everyone who's pretty much in the park at the moment.
I know as well. I mean, this thing, like, we're not actually joking. This is literally the guests that are here. But, like, there's not actually a car or anything.
No, there's a bit of a walk to go down from the train, but it is really quiet there, and we're in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's not even any connection.
I mean, yeah, like, there's no Wi-Fi at all.
But I would say it's worth every single minute we took to drive. It took us 4 hours to take out up here.
Bad.
Longer than Alton Towers, in fact, but we're doing a day trip because we just love this place so much. But Mum and Dad, you excited?
Sorry, I'm having a drink. Yeah, no, really excited. Really excited.
And Dad?
It's really nice to be back. I think you're right. It's a strange park because it is actually really quiet, but it's really good. So worth the effort.
Yeah, I mean, in my eyes, I prefer many other parks that we have down south, like all the Merlin ones. I actually prefer this end, and it's definitely one of my favourite ones in the UK. So if you're planning to come up here, come up, and if you're not, enjoy this video today as we're going to take you around the whole park, and by the end, I guarantee you that you'll want to make a visit over towards Oakwood.
We loved it last time.
Because it is amazing.
Oh, God.
No.
And the gates have opened, and we are making our way towards the first attraction of our day, and it is no other than the one and only Megaphobia. One of the best rides in the UK, without a doubt.
I think it is. For me, it's not one of my favourites, but you know what? I had to kick it off. Of course, we're right on it, and you know, it's definitely a classic over at the park. And of course, built by CCI, obviously which now defunct, which is pretty cool. And, you know, it's a good coaster. It's fun now. However, if you get the back right, which I think we're probably trying to get for some reason, but it's pretty rough on the back.
Yeah, and especially for a park like this as well. And I'll show you in a second. This wooden coaster is unbelievable. Not as unbelievable as a shop as well, which I'll show you later on. But this coaster is amazing.
It's pretty big for this park.
Yeah, and of course, I haven't mentioned it yet, but if you do enjoy this video today, make sure to like, subscribe and comment down below. And then we do more videos just like this one here. But let's say, Adam, first of the day, Megaphobia, are you excited?
You know, I'm actually really looking forward to getting back on this coast. As I just said, like, on my first ride, it actually wasn't one of my favourites. However, after riding it a couple more times, you know, I did start to get an appreciation for this coaster. It's still not one of my favourites, but you know what? I mean, I'm not a fan of wooden coasters anyway. I mean, I like a good old woody. I like a good old woody coaster, especially like this. It fits in this park. It does. Honestly, if they ever take this down,
this is a standout attraction. Speed's amazing up at the corner. People, that's very underrated.
I prefer Speed, but I think that this is the standout coaster. Yeah. This is the one where you're looking all over like roller coasters, basically. Yeah. And then you look at Megaphobia and think, oh, I need to get on that coaster.
This is like an all around the world. People look at this coaster as like one of the UK's biggest, best coasters.
And this is one of the iconic viewpoints.
One of the best viewpoints as well. This, look at the lake, stunning park, and it just sums it up really. I was looking at this park, where's some of the commercial parks around the world where you just have cattle pens all the time. This queue line just take you on a journey. You feel as if you're making it, and you enjoy queuing up in it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing as well. I mean, it sounds like one coaster. I can't figure out what coaster it is, but I have a really good feeling that this sounds like a coaster, which I know. So it's somewhere abroad, but it feels like you're sort of going into the woods, and it feels like you're sort of going to build yourself up to it. Yeah. Of course, well, we've been in Wales, like, you've got something just that.
But yeah, so even like going up a hill and stuff, probably not as fun for people with access needs, but people like us, all the water's going down, you get this whole Wales film. For anyone who comes from abroad especially and comes to this place, I mean, it's just Wales in a nutshell, this ride. But Yeah, I mean, like all the little bridges and stuff. We could have just done straight up, but no, they make it authentic. There's some good shots for our eyes. And later on, I'll be definitely get some good shots for you guys. Our first one of the day. I think we're getting the first train of the day actually, because the entrance is there. People starting to queue up. First train for today. Off we go.
Only about 5 or 6 riders, I think.
Yeah. There you go. On to Megaphobia. Listen to the soundtrack go. First train, front row of Megaphobia, and wow, is that ride amazing or what? That is honestly such a great wooden coaster. So smooth. It was not smooth last time, and the airtime moments, the drops, the scenery, oh, that is one of the best 2 minutes rides there is.
I mean, that was good. I mean, everything I just said before this clip, that was basically my initial rides on it last year. You know, that is running so much better than last year. I need to ride speed, like we're getting in a minute.
Just like the best ride.
Just to see what the best ride is.
And we also never got front row last time. Like,
we didn't get front row, and we literally got straight on the front row. You know what? The airtime's great on that. It was actually running really smooth as well, which was pretty good. First drop's great. I do prefer the back on the first drop, but especially that first turn after the first drop. That's much better on the front because it's much smoother. You know, overall it's a great coaster, and is it my favourite wood in the UK? I don't know. I still got to compare to Wickham.
Wickham's not as good as that.
I don't know. It's a great wooden coaster, and you know, I definitely, I think I definitely want to get out there and ride some more CCI coasters.
And it definitely helps whoever that has a walking queue, always at the park. And that is one of the other Tom tip. If you are a person who are not a big fan of queuing up and want to queuing up, it's a summer holiday, so at Merlin Parks you probably predict a 90-minute queue plus for each of the big rides there. If you're not a big fan of that, come to here. I mean,
I was going to say, the second train's just going and there's 4 people on it.
Yeah, I mean, especially in the morning. Morning's always best, that's another tip. Always come in the morning, but if you're coming most of the day, really, it hasn't got any queues. The park can build some long queues, because we've got so on it, but most of the rides here can get walk on, if not like 5 or 10 minute queues for rides. So if you're going to do that, make sure to come over to this park instead, because the queues are next to nothing. And you get some great rides too.
Yeah, I mean, this park has some great attractions, and you know what, Megaphobia, I'd like to say is the standout. I need to ride speed again, because I remember last time, like, I was completely shocked by speed limits. But you know what, it's a great coaster, yeah. It's definitely moved up my ranks a little bit, because...
Yeah, that's not like...
That's not right, but yeah, you know what, I mean, compared to my favourite wooden coaster, which is Rochebane at Tivoli Gardens, I still think that's better. But it's a very good coaster. It's very, very good. And you know, if you haven't come down, obviously you haven't come down already, I definitely recommend getting on it. So
yeah, like all rides at the park, that's when you kind of have to go on. It's an amazing coaster.
It's a classic.
So much fun. But it's not just one great coaster, there's 2. And the second we're into right now is Speed No Limits. And you may not have heard of this ride, but this is the best girl style Eurofighter we've done.
Yeah, I mean, full stop. It's probably the best girl style we've done. Like, we've done a couple of girl styles now, and all you even from board as well. Yeah, it's probably, yeah, definitely the best girl.
And the flight is very, very solid. We might even got the first train of this ride too, to be honest. No one's...
I haven't seen me running around.
Oh, so maybe I don't know. No one won't go around yet. And that airtime hill there, as you can probably guess, after a big drop, it has its pack. Let's just say that, it has its packs at least.
Yeah, and the back's better than the front on this. That's one big tip that we found out last time. I mean, it may change this time, you never know. But...
Yeah, things change. Like, rides obviously change over time. When it literally was like almost a year ago, it was like mid-August last time.
And you know, exact same weather pretty much.
So yeah, it's raining. Well, you kind of can expect when you come into Wales, it's probably going to be raining. So don't think it's not going to be. So bring your coats and be prepared for that.
There's actually some of the construction pictures, of course, and streets and it's getting built.
And for any nerdy ones like us, we do enjoy that. And the short tower's going up. That was closed last time, but are we going to get a first train of the day?
I think we will, because yeah, maybe second train. I don't know. But
oh yeah, no one's on it yet.
It's so low. It's crazy. Like,
Yeah,
it's just like,
the safety of it.
I mean, if you wanted to, you could just jump in that.
If you're going to be stupid, but just don't. I mean, like, they trust you for making it look decent, and it makes the ride so much better when it has the fence on this high. So just don't be an idiot.
And yeah, I mean, just don't be stupid and jump.
Yeah, definitely. But you would be stupid though if you didn't go on this ride right now.
Yeah.
This is speed, no limits, and wow. I hope it's impressing me like it did last time. We've just taken a ride on speed, and look at this, okay guys, that is amazing. But before we do the ride itself, have a look how quiet this pace is. I mean, you can't see anyone here. It's running on one train. Since we got off like 5 minutes ago, no one's actually boarded, and it's just literally one train operation. No one's in the queue ever. I mean, the whole place is desolate.
And if you love filming, this is not the best to come, because none of the trains will be set on because there's nobody waiting.
I'm waiting to get some shots, so someone's coming out now. This is like our starts like 10 minutes. And I know it gets a bit delayed in the day, and the start of the day is always the quietest time at theme parks, and that's why we recommend it. But But how did this park make money? I mean, it's crazy.
I mean, I really wish they did.
I know, it's such an amazing park and it deserves all the money,
They know
but
what to do with the money. That's the thing. This park, a lot of parks we go to, Thorpe Park, don't really know what to do with their money. However, you know, this park definitely does. And Thorpe Park is still an okay park. You know, I say every vlog, it's still an okay park. However, you know, they definitely know what to do with their money, and they definitely spend it on some good investments. And yes, Thorpe Park do as well. And I'm not knocking off that park because yes, they do have some good investments from time to time.
so like, we're just not a big fan of it.
It's just not my favourite park in the world. But, you know, I do agree with what men do sometimes there, and you know, it's still a nice park. However, it does have Oakwood. Speed the ride. Oh, sorry, speed no limit. Oh my god, it's insane. Like, that Ghost Eurofighter is definitely the best Ghost I've been on. That airtime on that first airtime hill is unbelievable. And you know, it's a great ride. And we were saying as well, I mean, I probably dare spend the limit, to be honest. And of course, the Someone in Denmark, however.
I think it's better than Saw as well, from the UK, guys. Definitely better than Saw. It hasn't got the theming as much, but it's smooth, you get good views. The little is very slow. When they come out in the same, I should get it for you guys. The little is very, very, very slow for this ride, but the drop, the air side especially, that's what makes the ride for me.
Really
And we'll get them, which is really good fun.
In terms of what's better, this or Megaphobia, I mean, it's a hard one.
It's a hard one, it is.
I can't really decide to myself. I'd say this is still my favourite.
I'd go Megaphobia because of the speed, and because of the theming, and because it's a classic.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's a great coaster.
Yeah, but
well worth coming down.
they are both in the right park. You can't come down there, and like we've now just done the two major rides in the park, and it's.
We've done it in about 20 minutes. So.
Yeah, we're trying to take a bit more slow today because there's still a lot to do, but it's only till 6, so we've got some time.
I mean, we're going to
want to make the most of the rides. We'll have some re-rides, like we did 7 rides in Megaphobia last visit.
13 we did last, we did 7 on speed.
Oh,
so.
yeah, 7 speed, that's what we did last visit.
It's crazy.
So we're doing more rides. I'm not 100% going to do this today because I'm more spare pair of clothes this time, and you can get, if you watched our last vlog, very, very wet, but there's little boat rides, you've got the slides, drop tower, shot tower, I mean, as well as some really fun kids down over there with a log group and stuff, which is definitely worth doing. So I think we're going to continue our day. I'll get some clips over our speed right now before we head over towards our next attraction.
I'm going to tuck into the mini roll.
Alright, good. Have a look at that. Yeah. From one coaster to the next. Next up, we've got Treetops. But just before that, just letting you guys know, if you want to go to the Go Sport Shooting Centre, if you're 109 years old, it's not for you. Like, who comes here when 109 years old and goes, you know what I want to do? I want to do the shooting centre. Well, if you do, there's a bit of information for you guys, because down there, it's never a big fuss for me about going to those shooting things, but some people enjoy them. But if you're 109, or of course 108 as well, which is understandable, you can't do the shooting. Nevertheless, here we now go up to the Treetops, the family coaster here at the park, and definitely one of the funnest as well. Through the trees, believe it or not, mega long log. I think if I ever see this ride full, I'll be absolutely shocked. But it is a really good fun ride, so let's get front row. We'll see you on the ride. Family coasters now complete, and actually there's only one more coaster left at the park today?
2 more coasters.
2 more.
It's Crocodile Coaster and the Creepy Crawler Coaster.
Oh yeah, there's 2 more. There's one down there as well. I always feel like I'm aware down there.
Yeah, that's what we were saying, and also, I don't know how. Last time we missed out a dark ride. Like, how did we miss out a dark ride? I really do not know.
So we've got a further direction there too today, but
head down really
that little wooden coaster, not wooden coaster, that little coaster in the woods.
Relatively large, I think.
Yeah, but if you know what it is, well, there you go. But that was good fun. I think I should have done 2 laps though, especially how busy it is today.
Yeah,
I think 2 laps would be nice, isn't it? You got a front row.
I've got a front now on all 3 coasters we've done so far, which is pretty cool. And you know, it's a good fun ride. Like, it's nothing to shout about, but I think they're some of the best family coasters out there, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, they're not, I mean, they're quite smooth to be fair, actually.
I think, yeah.
A bit of airtime, I mean, it's nothing like Megaphobia.
It feels very, it does feel a little bit cheap at times. I mean, I know you can't really feel cheapness, but it does feel like it's one of those cheap things to get right. It's but good fun.
And also, I mean, if any of you do know what a Zero Tivoli coaster is, what's pretty cool about that is, yeah, Ziero's first ever coaster of that model was actually in Tivoli Gardens in Copenhagen, of course, Denmark.
Yeah.
And that's what they called it, is Year Tivoli. So
There you go. And actually, what's so good about that coaster in particular is how you go through the woods. I really love that bit. That's what makes the woods coaster really.
Setting of it.
It's so good how those sort of coasters just wheeling them out of the trees, head through woods. It makes the ride so much more fun when you have us around you. And if it's just an open field, it kind of ruins the ride. But especially at night time, that'd be a really good ride. I'm like, imagine that all the lighting as well.
We did come back here, of course, at night. But I mean, the reason why we couldn't do it at night this time was because we are actually going on a pretty big road trip for 3 weeks soon.
Yeah.
So that literally took over.
The station, yeah. I mean, it's 2 weeks away, isn't it? 2 weeks today.
Yeah.
2 weeks today, we're going to be leaving on the plane.
Pretty big.
The station fans, really far. You guys already know we're going off to America, so staging that we're going to be heading to some of the best, biggest, and most amazing theme parks in the world. Yes, so that's one of them at Disney World as well. Dollywood. Just so much more. Oh yeah, literally there's loads that we're heading to. So staging without coming on the channel, but even when going to those parks, you really do start to appreciate how amazing parts of these are.
Yeah, I mean,
like
you take a lot of care into how the park looks instead of, oh, we need to put something big coaster over here, we need to put this. No, you made the park look nice like they're doing, because this is, I mean, yeah, some people love big coasters, and that's the fact. But for me, I think if you make a park look nice,
you can have this nice looking park and customer service. They're the two things. You haven't got a lot of money, it makes a park.
Yeah. And I'm going to give a slightest bit of credit to the park here. They have actually made parts of the park look quite nice this year, so you know, I'll give them that credit. And so there you go. So no, I'm not joking. They have made.
But that's what I mean. Like when you look at this is gonna make a cheap park. What's so great? So obviously it's not cheap, but it's obviously more not having budgets like Disney and stuff, or even Merlin. When it has these like little rope bridges for the queue lines, of the toboggan runs, they're fun family rides and not too expensive, and it can really make a day in Mars better. So if you're ever going to a cheap park, make sure you find parks like stuff like toboggan runs, because even though you can go like that, we much prefer a faster option like this, and it does make your day a lot more fun. But it can build some serious long queues, so like as now. So we're gonna do this one here now, go on a few more times later on, and see how fast we can go on the slide. I hope we don't fall off this time, Dad.
Fingers crossed. I might have to slow down a little bit. I think it was that corner there I came off.
Yeah.
Going a little bit too fast.
Yeah. I've got a feeling I'm not going to fall off.
There you go. And he said, oh yeah, did the kids give consent to film it?
The bobsled is absolutely incredible. That literally words cannot describe how much fun it is, and I'm so excited to be able to experience more of these sort of rides in the future. We're doing it down to America very shortly, but I'll talk more about that later on. As right now, my parents have got some coffee, but due to how quiet the park is, we're literally see the train coming into the station. We're going to be running onto Megaphobia and trying to get off in the time, and then get through the queue and get their coffee. So we're running through the queue right now, trying to get on it. We're all with you, man. My dad loves the bobsled coaster, it's his favourite one here. So we're all about a little bit later on, but right now, on our way to Megaphobia. Let's go, enjoy the clips, guys. Okay, just as I get over that painful ride back there, on back row, not very good on front row, but back row horrendous. Dad, how's the bobsled?
Oh, I loved it. Really enjoyed the bobsled. There's a risk you're going to go too far. And it says you can come off if you don't pull the brake. And it is true, because I've done it. So you have to be a little bit careful, but it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, that's
my favourite ride here, I've got to say.
What is that, Bear Megaphobia?
Oh, yeah.
It's a good fun ride, so exactly, when we go to America, you've got to do a mountain coaster.
Oh, I'd love to.
You've got to do one, because if you don't do a mountain coaster, you haven't really been to Tennessee. But yeah, that ride there, really good fun, but Megaphobia, back row, avoid it at all costs.
Honestly, I mean, well, we did back row, I think, and you know, that wasn't good. I mean, that reminded me exactly of that experience I had back on 2020 in Big Dipper about Picture Beach. You know, the back row on that is definitely not the way to go. The air top, if you want air top, like, wow, it's much stronger towards the back. You know what? Yeah, that's definitely a fun ride for me. Or even if you're close to the front of the train, but I think we were on a wheel seat, so that could be the reason why.
Yeah, but wheels is never good hitting wheel coasters, but the front of the train was unbelievable. One of the best rides I made.
I mean, like, the front of the train was one of the best ones in the UK. Back of the train, one of the weakest, to be honest. One of the weakest willies anyway.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, there are different experiences. When you go on a ride, never ever come to number 2 of the day. Never judge a ride from one experience. You've got to go on multiple times, multiple different seats, multiple different positions, multiple sides, and like that, different areas. I was the same, yeah, multiple different, oh god, let me jump there. Multiple different areas to really feel and immerse yourself in the ride. But next up, we're in the Halloween land, if you couldn't have guessed, and we're heading to Creepy Crawler. This should be like James and the Giant Peter, can you imagine? Yeah. I remember seeing that, I was like, I swear that's from an old ride. Yeah. So yeah,
And here's one of the models down there, so I'll just do a throwback to JAYDEN Classic. So.
there you go. Little throwback to ride. Not my queue, again, very short queue line for the next ride. And after we're heading on a dark ride we've never been on before, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah,
One train of
Spooky 3D, I think it's called. So.
See, so there you go. We're getting through to that at a rapid pace. It's like only been an hour or so, but we're still continuing to go. We've just completed the creepy crawler, and that was a rather spectacular attraction if you ask me.
It was alright, you know, it's a fun family coaster. We did just get the back row and it's a little bit rough. But
Yeah, so that mine's a rough ride. So that was a really good ride. I don't get us wrong, I don't think it was bad, but last one of speed, that was much better back row. This time, it's not so much.
I mean, I actually preferred the front this time, so I mean, Tom was ever right later on it.
Yeah.
However, you know, it's a fun coaster creep before. Like, it's nothing to come to the park for. I mean, if you're here, it's another coaster grade. It is fun.
Exactly. It's one of those things
definitely
where
right to do.
once you
Yeah.
do this ride once, you'll never have to do it again. I mean, like,
Why would visit for us maybe? I don't think we'll get back on it today.
if it was a busy day today, I would have
Yeah.
not minded.
No, I mean, it wouldn't be a huge shame. There's not really much theming. I mean, it's quite nice what they have, but yeah, it's not obviously like Megaphobia.
Well, I was saying now, I said I'm in the queue line. There's theming and it's just not bothering. When you have theming like that, I know you should get in the ride as well. I'd rather just have no theming, have it on the field. I mean, you get to that point, don't you, where it's like, when you start, like, it's quite loud, when you start having like that, that's nice.
Yeah.
But with like, when you just put boards up, like if you look at the station when you exit there, when you start, you have just boards up
Looks
there.
like maintenance boards.
Exactly, yeah. It's the other thing where if it's a building a ride, it'd be really cool, but as an actual like ride itself, I'd rather just have no theming and have that. However, this ride, on the other hand, I still got around for it. I don't know, having to like separate times maybe or something like that. I had that one later on. Oh, obviously there's a re-theme as well. But this one is quite a fiend, and this is the one that we've never done before.
Yeah, we've actually never done this, and I mean, you can see the train just sitting there right now. You know, it looks quite fun, and it's a dark ride, but I don't know what to expect.
And it's 3D as well, so that's quite cool.
Yeah, oh, is it? Oh, yeah, I guess it is, it's 3D.
So maybe filming it? You film this one, do you think?
Possibly, I wouldn't imagine so, because I mean, I think since COVID they actually sort of banned the filming here, which is quite strange, however.
We'll leave it on, because we definitely don't get the pass way, but
Yeah.
we'll put a video somewhere where we'll have a test out on this ride here.
But I mean, we've actually never watched one, because
No.
obviously we're so, like, looking over Megaphobia, obviously speed no limit, so we didn't really look at this, however, you know, it looks like a fun ride.
This is fine. I said it's well filmed as well from the outside, so hopefully the inside will be the same.
Yeah.
The queue's building on this rather, again, spectacular attraction at the park.
Spooky 3D.
Spooky 3D. Spooky 3D and food has just been done, and funny enough, Drench is not open, but let's start with Spooky 3D. That was really good. I didn't expect that when I started. I thought it was really good. I think I've never done one of those rides where you have the 3D glasses before.
No.
So I obviously, well, but like, it felt like we were talking, there's a few jump scares, not for the young ones.
Yeah,
out
they
there.
were pretty good, yeah, no, they weren't bad.
The jump scares were a lot. It's like if you're a younger kid, it's not that great. That's why I put marks on the camera.
You got on it, so I wouldn't recommend between like 2 and 5 maybe, but you know, it's a fun ride. Like, it's actually, I mean, there's actually quite a lot to see.
Well, we jumped in and Dad got very wet on that, so.
Yeah, it's quite fake. So there's actually a water bed in there. You know, overall, I mean, everything was. Well, a good point was that everything was actually working. So I mean, that's what we don't find sometimes at some other parks that we know. No, yeah. So it was quite sort of. I mean, all the effects were working, and you know, overall, it was a good ride. I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, exactly. Again,
Stand out, but
still a good ride. Definitely yesterday day. I think we really missed out. Hello, we really missed out about yesterday, and actually, it was really good that we got to come back and then, of course, complete that attraction over there. But then we had food. We got a burger.
Yeah, very nice.
Very short options for burgers, obviously. There's not people come here, so if you go and come expecting you want a double bacon cheeseburger with a bacon or something like that, you've got to kind of have what they have. You can have it plain because I don't like anything like burger.
Still nice though.
But it still was very nice and good food and not awful value.
Oh no, it's right, yeah.
And they also had pizza as
We had
well.
stone baked margarita pizza. It was very nice.
Yeah.
And we
Also,
shared
so
it.
2 different places, let's go.
also as well, it's quite funny. Is it's right now it's actually 12:56, and of course, by this time you'd have thought they would have sold quite a lot of meals, and actually we were actually the second meal of the day. So
in the
there's
pizza
been
place.
two in
The
the
burgers
pizza
were
place.
pizza was good though.
Yeah, it was always really good. I mean, it was perfect. And, you know, like the
All
staff
food was fresh because there's no one there.
And I mean, also, I mean, like, the staff there was so informative about the toilets. Honestly, like, the staff are great. And
Yeah, I don't think it'd be
So-
good as well. People really outside of England is very nice.
yeah, I mean,
Don't know, some of England are nice, but as like, most places outside of
by
it,
the
it's very
way,
nice
we're-
people
and-
working
and by the
there.
way, just if you don't know, we're actually English, so
Yeah, so yeah,
it's you knocking down ourselves right now.
Not to some of it, but everyone's just so kind about it. I mean, you're in the guys, they're all having a lot of fun, they have jokes, they're nice to be, and I've seen as well, nice, it's sort of like family / small business parks, that you get that charm of the staff, you get people who love to be here stuff.
Also, what's essentially about this area, I think it's like the Neverland, I mean, of course, not Holland.
Neverland, right.
Netherlands, but you know, what's cool about this area is that like, you can't actually smoke in this area, which is really nice.
Yeah, really nice for our own kids
People
here.
who just don't like it. It's horrible to be standing around sometimes.
This is the kids' land as well, so it's nice.
It's the kids' area.
See, I don't personally agree with smoking at all, but I think if they're going to stop it, they stop it in the kids' land because it means that kids can breathe fresh air, basically. At least they can breathe fresh air. And I know it sounds crazy when it's raining, but do you think we should do a log flume?
I think we should take a ride in there.
Yeah, log flume. It's well feed, love a bare bins. I got to hose shut, believe it or not. But I think I'm going to have to brave log flume. It's open, it looks like it's open. And again, very well. I know it's not open, it's closed. They're all closed around here. They're all closed. Yeah. Okay, thank you. That's fine. So we'll go around in the shop, we'll walk around over towards that little flying one over there. We just took fly over on those eagle things down there, and honestly, that is so much fun. Looking over there to them riding, that is honestly so incredible. Being able to turn the things, it doesn't look like a lot from first sight, but it is honestly such an enjoyable attraction over here at the park, and I think they are very common, don't get me wrong, but they're very underrated as well.
I didn't do it this time, but I mean, last time I did not enjoy that. But you know, they were alright. Like they're not bad. They look a lot tamer than they actually are when you're on them.
Yeah, because I enjoy the whole. I love rides that have interactive features on it.
Yeah.
And that's what's really good about that ride out there. You can just turn it, if you're really intense moves, you can spin it around. A bit worse, I don't like spinning it too much because I feel like it can snap off. Obviously it's not, but there's nothing wrong with that. But overall, that is a really good fun ride for the entire family at the park. Right. But what happens next? I mean, literally, I'm trying to get time to talk. I try, hopefully, soon we get to walk across the whole park. But next, I've got this log flume here. It has just opened. This does close occasionally. As I say, rides here, especially the weather of Wales, it's like it does close quite a lot.
But I mean, you know, of course, both the main coast and speed and the stores in Megaphobia, I look to be open at the moment because I've just seen speaking on the lift room. So you know, they look to both be open, and that's pretty good to be honest. Of course, they probably prepare a little bit for the weather. However, it's good that they're open.
But your problem is you've got to pay for rides to be closed.
But I mean, also, like, let's point out is that if you do actually want to get on all the coaster credits, is that if you do actually want to get on all, Crocodile Coaster doesn't run in the rain. So
okay, yeah. So if you have that, here you go, guys. Oh, behind the gate. Behind the gate. So yeah, it does. Rides do close occasionally. Rides do close occasionally. However, it's always worth getting in here. Try your range if you want a bit more rain, but with Wales, you can't really predict that.
Exactly. But I mean, that's it. I mean, if you do want to guarantee you're going to every coaster here, you're probably best not going on a rainy day.
Yeah, but how do you know? We're in August right now.
I mean, know that we did get on it last time.
We're lucky,
so
yeah.
We're quite lucky.
So we're lucky.
But the queue was pretty good as well. That's something I actually wanted to point out.
Yeah,
Queue,
good for that, yeah. I think hard to do good queue lights. I think it's like we have got water rides. The log's coming in right now, so we're going to go on here. Again, film's quite strict of it. You can't film on the lights. We found that one out. They're based on the filming side of things here at the park.
Yeah, we found that one out.
But at the same time, they're good fun rides, and if you don't see them on camera like we're doing right now, you get to enjoy it first time without like spoilers. Exactly. But obviously our POVs online if you want to check that one out. But let's go into the Skull Rock, I think. And this next log flume attraction. Just left Neverland and heading towards the next attraction after doing the log flume. And there's no Pirates of the Caribbean. In fact, inside is very similar to what you know on Planet Coaster, which is a video game that I play a lot of and Adam still plays a lot of now, where you put like things down because you go on the log flumes, and as you head around, it's just like chunks of block wall, and then you get a few little theme bits dotted around, and it's just a bit down there. If you played the game, you know when you make a log flume, you can't theme it like Disney.
It's hard to theme.
So you get a little bits of chunks and bobs. anything like that. We're looking at a queue. I think we should do a
that's what we were saying.
thing drawing my next.
The thing is now, like, I think like the park's completely emptied out now. Like,
It wasn't empty already.
it's crazy, and I think Megaphobia, I hope it's running. I can't hear it or anything like that, so not too sure.
It was should go around a bit, but
I mean-
Neverland is around.
Oh no, this is going up.
There you go. Neverland's land is really nice.
Oh, you know, it's actually a really nice area. Like, of course, it's their family area at the park, and you know what? It's definitely a nice go to.
And-
yeah, it's a good area.
And you mean it's not an actual huge park. It's like it's pretty small. Like, I obviously think it's a big park, but anyways, they go up down there. You can go up there, and you can go a little bit down there. You see, that's one end where the water ride is there, and the other end is speed there. So it's not actually a huge park, but it feels like when you walk back, especially when you walk to the car, which is a bit of a walk back and you get a train.
Yeah,
it just feels like a big park.
Yeah, and like, they definitely use their space well, like in terms of how they made it feel like really big.
Yeah.
Which it does, like.
But it's still stuff like grass space, so you can draw a pic.
This is so
Well,
nice. I mean,
not a picnic now, but you can do it, and there's still something more rides to do.
Yeah, I mean,
I know we're re-riding now, but there's more rides like that, and I know it's doing a bit.
it's always what I love about parks, like how it's sort of like spread out with some parks are like this, and of course loads of grasses. You need this sort of thing. Like that's something where like big parks just don't have, and like Disney parks, yeah, they don't have that. But it's Disney, so
Yeah, Disney just get like a excuse pass, so like something's bad.
same as Universal.
At Disney, but it's like you're fine. But it's all different again. But that's what you get when you go to these family-owned or small business parks. You get that charm around it, all the effort goes into the scenery. And every summer was like this earlier. So that's something else about as well. But that land up there, we're not going to spend too much time in it. I want to give you a quick glimpse of what the land looks like. There's many little slides, the little play area down there as well. Plus there's also lots of other little attractions like a little pirate ship and a cool little walkthrough if you want to go into Neverland, where you can go like through this like room, like it's actually you're taking off like with Peter Pan and everything, which of course is a famous story that is used by lots of theme parks around the world. So that's pretty cool as well, but not for us, or any bigger physical little park, a long time thing. But one ride that is very rideable is Bobsleigh, where we're going.
It's not too bad at the moment, like, it's just about 5 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
But the thing is with this, like, you literally never know, because if something goes slow, and then the next one goes slow, like,
Yeah.
it literally just, it could be forever. Like,
So I think I'm going to give a quick, like Tom's advice is just don't go slow on the Bobsleigh. If you're going to go slow, as much as it sounds to me, just don't go on it, especially if you're in a bigger group and what you can do is you can go in front of someone, but you don't want to ruin that experience by going somewhere. He's going fast, that's how you want to go. You want to go like he's going, but
and it's quite wet as well, so it's quite slippery.
yeah, it's going to be a fun experience on a bobsled. Second time of the day.
Who's going first, second, third?
The rain has not stopped, and riding bobsled in the rain is a different experience. Unfortunately, mine did break down halfway through because the brake just like located, so like it just stopped basically. But that ride in the rain, even the remaining part of it, I flew on those corners, had to put on the brake really quickly.
Yeah, I mean,
Cause
it was so much.
it was crazy. It's not about the rain, and luckily at Wales, you've got plenty of it, so it means that you can experience that ride in the rain as much as you want. But yeah, that was really, really good fun. That was.
Right, yeah, you know, it's actually a really fun ride though. It's good fun, man. Yeah, it's just such an experience. But,
Yeah, it's really good experience. Again, we're going to do a few more rides today. The queue's starting to narrow down a little bit, which means that hopefully in the next few minutes or so we should be able to get on it without like having to go for really long, which is really good.
Yeah.
But it definitely shows the three main rides at the park. We've got Megaphobia, Speed, and that one there. Some of the drop downs, which I hope maybe we'll do later on. I don't know if we'll do that one or not. There's some which are like.
more things. I mean, as you've got like, as you've gone through before, we're more like unique.
Yeah, so like with pirate ship and stuff, it's great fun. And if you don't go to theme parks a lot, it's actually really fun. But we always suggest doing the more unique attractions first, because when you come to parks like this, these are the rides you're going to do. I'd rather do 5 more rides than this than another ride on the pirate ship personally.
Yeah.
Because it's just like a better ride, and you can do it.
It's so good.
I know, it builds you up for it, it really does. But yeah, you can do 5 rides on this, and never anywhere else. But you can do a pirate ship at every single theme park around the world. So we do stuff like that in between. But these 3 rides, this, Speed, and the bobsled, are the 3 rides that make this park what it really is. But let's go on this. If anything else is going to buy us, we'll show you like the Megaphobia shop. And then after that, I think we're going to either head back to the car and put your finger that you just buy away, or we're going to continue our day with some more rides down the end of a park, which we haven't yet been to. But here we go, walk on queue again. Gates are open, so literally walk on with Megaphobia. I don't care what anyone says, Megaphobia in the rain is the best experience you can get. That is unbelievable. Get as far front as you can. This is like a meter. The further you get to the front, the better the ride is. The further you get to the back, that's painful. It's like the middle's like an average ride. The back is like an awful ride. and the fun in the world class one. That's how it really works. But in the rain, some people don't like it, but all the rain rushing around, you can't even open your eyes. It's just like,
to be honest,
it's absolutely amazing. That experience there, that is literally world class. We've got in the middle, so we've got to experience sort of middle near the front, and I think we've got roast fire or something. But we've really got to experience the amazing feels off that ride in its full glory. And come over here right now. I said I'm going to show you a shop, and here's a little shop. So, of course, I just jumped into a thing. Of course, each shop has got their like own merch and stuff. It isn't that great, but over here in the Megaphobia shop, they've got loads of awesome Oakwood merch, caps. They also got lanyards. And something that me and Adam as theme park nerds are a little bit clever. It also got retro like signs and parts. So you got all this. And I'm going to show you what Adam's going to get in a sec. They've got all of these like signs. They got ride parts. They got little Bobsleigh brake stuff. And it's like that, like, no, that's a tenner. So some people look at this and go, what the hell is that? Why would you want that? Whereas others look at it and think that's well cool. And that is what Adam's getting.
So later, well, in about a minute, I'm just going to buy this. So essentially, it's a Megaphobia restraint. I'll show you outside in a minute.
Yeah, we'll take it back and show you in a minute. But yeah, we've bought some here before. Like, you got all the signs, like, we've bought every single thing that you just see here, you can buy, which is really cool. Especially like room and get some cool merch. And it's really authentic as well to Oakwood. That's the thing. You can buy like these like lollipops and stuff, or you want something really authentic, something to your room and something like, people go around and you go, what's that? You go, that's the Megaphobia train. That's how cool some of the stuff you can get in there. And they do the same at Blackwall Pleasure Beach, but there's not many parks that you can buy like a restraint for a ride or a ride sign. I don't know why, personally. There's some of you can do it that go towards charity, which is the best thing. But then some just don't do it. It's like, getting these things for us is like the coolest thing ever. Like, I remember last time I went down, I bought this massive like entrance sign to the park, and I remember I was carrying it out. And on the way out, but then he went, did you take that? Obviously you can buy, and we've got to see anything. So there's those little things that you can buy. It's so cool in the shop. And only the shop does it. The shop at the top isn't that great. There's another shop like down there as well. But this shop here, Megaphobia shop, is a shop to go if you want all that theme park enthusiast merch. But there's also some little jumpers as well at the top which you can get. But right now, I think we're buying one or something. We're going to go on the train. We haven't yet done the train over here at Oakwood before continuing our day. But we'll get to the car, we'll show you a little bit of the train ride, and we'll give you a little review of Adam's ride for the train very, very soon. But the day's been amazing, guys. Give us that over. Look, the queues are quieting up now, especially with that Bobsleigh. At the start of the day, it was queuing up to the top, as you saw earlier. And now, it's walk on, ride up that is walk on as well. The start, the end of the day, the two times you want to come here to Oakwood because they are the prime times. And in between, have some lunch, enjoy, take in the atmosphere or whatever, but end start of any theme park is definitely the best.
I don't know, yeah.
Back in the park again after heading to the car, and as you can probably guess, if you do want to leave the park at any point and come back in again, you don't really get a stamp here actually, but you just say to the person and they recognise your face. Or but I bet you can probably get a stamp if you had to. Sort of
Yeah,
like
it is pretty easy.
so yeah, it's pretty easy to do that. And there is a walk back to the car as well, I'll let you know that. And the train, we found out, only operates in the morning and the evening off the park. So if you want to get the train, that's what we didn't film it at the moment, because obviously you're going to get morning and evening, it's more both ways, so that's fine. You can probably get on the way back out again, the train.
I think it's only when the closing time is, to be honest.
Yeah.
And also the other thing.
So yeah, it makes sense, to be honest. I think it makes sense, especially when the park's got like no more than 100 people in at the moment. It doesn't make sense until only those times.
It's so quiet, it's just unbelievable that. I mean, with, you know, probably laps and rides here.
Yeah, so I'm kind of for the day. It's because we've done lots of rides we want to do. And pretty much after we do that one and then we'll do one and then we do those two. Not far of a shot town, I think you are either way.
No, I mean, this is what we said, we're just not too fast about short tires. Like, they're good fun, but I mean, they're not.
Is that one open? Yeah, there's someone sitting there. That's the thing, it's just like, you go, is it open? But it's just someone sitting there with the thing. But yeah, we're going to do that over there, can get some good shots of Megaphobia. Then we're going to head down and do these little dinghy slides, then speed. Pardon?
Try and draw 4 then.
Yeah, might as well. And then do speed, and then we go back and then do Megaphobia, Bob says, maybe I'm on speed as well. So both 3 rides, but there's so much more here to do. I know we only done a few today, and I hope we do what we have done, but that's just how we like to do a pass. Let's do what we want to do first, do a little bit of a collection, and at the end we just go lap a few. That's our favourites. We've now been in every single ride at the park, I think, apart from obviously the shooting, but again, not fun of that. And we've done the project last time, so.
I would see, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, so we now know what our favourite one is and what it is. I mean, we haven't dropped a shot down, have we? Never done that, but you know how it feels. Anyway, we can take you on along for this one here. And this is the pedal boats. This is the boat. Lovely. Let's go. Onto the pedal boats. And we're on the pedalo thing. And actually, great view of Megaphobia coming around the corner right now. We're going a bit too fast. Let's head down and enjoy the view. But yeah, moving to the side of it. There's a big lake. yeah, of course, on a busy day you've got to speed up, but there's not many people wanting to go around at the moment, so we can take our time, enjoy the journey, and get some great views of Megaphobia coming down the drop right away. But it's fine, honestly. We're fine. We're going to make sure we don't go into the thing, so we're just going to spin around a little bit down there, yeah. But yeah, look at this. Oh, here we go, Megaphobia. Best view of it in the whole entire park, this is. So start along, get some cool shots. Oh, look at that coaster guy. Wow, look at that. Get some cool photos, some cool shots on here. Awesome. And a nice you ride it. And also, you do have to pedal, but if you stay at the end, you just enjoy the ride.
Very pleasurable.
It's a very pleasurable ride. In the Wales rain as well. You can see it all raining here. But we're having great fun watching that woody go round. How good is that? Right behind there. Very cool. Let's continue running around. Oh, we're going to turn. Let's turn. Let's get, we don't fall into the thing, get lost. Okay, we'll show you some clips around here. It's quite small, but we'll take our time and enjoy it.
This thing.
Well, what a nice soaking trip we had over here on the boats. Coming into dock now, just getting pictures a little bit. There we go. We almost got stuck as well on the ship. So, you know, it's just a little boat.
I always this is a cruise line, huh?
Yeah, over here is a little more wet. But yeah, we're getting around it now, coming into dock. But it is nice. Oh, that's good fun. Not so much fun in the rain, I've got to admit, but still good fun.
Take away a little bit from that, but you know, still fun, right?
It's still very good fun, man. I think you come to Wales, you expect the rain. You don't come here to be dry by any means. And I think personally it's more authentic when it's raining. I do like a good park in the rain. And also, big private raining, you get short to choose. And it's not long anyway, but
no, I mean, well, everything's a walk around.
Everything's a walk around here, so that is amazing. Right, Almo, next up we've got the slides, and I don't have my cameras, mum and dad's getting it wet on the slides, but there's 4 slides, 2 of which are identical and the other ones which are a little bit weird because they go around ziggly around and sort, so that's really fun.
I thought it is the best one.
Private one, so we'll test that one out. I think I've only done one, but I think I only did a little one because I was really busy last time, but it looks really good this time. I'm going to pass the cameras on the
Yeah, try and do all 4.
And then we're going to get on all 4, so I'll see some clips in between, but let's go onto the dinghies. Just on the slides, we still got 3 hours remaining of our day. I mean, how does time, like...
I mean, 3 hours and a half is still.
Yeah, it's like ridiculous. It's like, we thought this would be near the end, but no, we've got loads more to go. So maybe we might do a few more rides of half on speed than the other 2, but I wouldn't mind lapping Megaphobia for like an hour or so.
Yeah, fun, because, I mean, if you have 3 hours and a half, like, it's only an hour up, then... You know, Megaphobia is fantastic looking.
And apparently the rain is well stopping, like, now. That's what I'm talking about.
Actually, yeah.
Well, not if I was slowing down a little bit. Oh, there's a big cube fish right now. But it's starting to put, I need to get extra staff on.
It's funny because like, they literally run a Euroflight on the train, which, if you know a Euroflight, you've
never been heard of. Yeah.
And this is probably the only park in the world.
On like 4 trains, it's really bad.
Yeah, and it's funny as well, like this park actually has one of the biggest goes on Euroflights out there. So half of them are pretty small, but this is actually, this could even be the biggest on Euroflight. I think it's the tallest one anyway.
Yeah, look at it, it's crazy, and it's very slow to get top.
Yeah, and it feels tall when you're up there. It's quite weird because it doesn't look like tall from camera, but like, when you hear it, definitely looks a bit taller.
Yeah, really.
So standing behind it.
And I think we've still got like another 2 trains to get back before we get on it, so our plan is now, as I said earlier, we're going to do a few more rides at the park, but I think personally, not such a drop down, I think we've done everything we want to do.
Yeah, I mean, we've literally pretty much done every single attraction here. I mean, that we mainly want to do, and then we just do maybe Ferroco's times and the Bobsleigh,
yeah.
And maybe Treetops.
Maybe also, like, I don't know if we have time to do some kind of discount and stuff, but again, sort of rides where it's like...
It was an amazing last time, so.
I'd be more than happy to do like 5, 6, 7 rides and Megaphobia and stuff, and then even this, like, we can do the end as well.
This is quite fun now.
It will start flying, we start lapping these rides, so I went from every single time we do a ride, but I'll keep you updated throughout. And then obviously new rides, we'll show you the shop stuff, we'll do that throughout the vlog, so there's still so much more to come, but here we go. I think straight on, really. Lap speed, and we realised it's going to be quite a hard ride to lap when there's one train, and by the time you get around you have to wait for a while and again, so we thought Nah, so we decided to skip on for a moment. We'll come back to it later on in the day. But sometimes you've got to make a judgment. Like, you have plans, that's always good to plan plans, but be prepared to break them because so about it takes too long to get around and then the operations are slow. So we wouldn't really maximise the day we're going to out all the time. That's just great. Best girth out UFO that I've done. It's definitely not one which, if there's only one train going on, you can really lap. However, I wanted to start here quickly and start the vlog because these are sort of touch that we've put in. This little rocket, they could have done a normal fence with a little roller coaster, can't get mad. It's just a little touch. It's maybe made a mistake halfway through and I thought, oh, you know what would be fun? Make it like a roller coaster. So that could be the option, but overall, it's also ideas that these parks put into the areas and stuff like that and makes these parks around. The little touches on every single park. We went to Denmark recently and looked around there, and those parks as well, these little things have just made the park so amazing. And same way, something I'm earlier about the paths as well. I think wiggle around, quite often they have like straight paths. The paths here wiggle around everywhere, everything, which is really nice. And even in terms of the rides as well, they are good fun.
Yeah, they are good. This park's also much to offer, you know, it's a great park. Yeah.
It really is, yeah, it really is a good park. Like, what's else? It's still raining though, and we're still continuing the day over to our next ride. And I want to quickly point out rides that we haven't done so far today, because there's quite a few, and I know it looks like we are only doing a certain amount, which we are. It's because there's some rides that we're just not fussed about. So far, we've only got a bounce here, which is the shot tower, and as you can probably guess by the name, you shoot up. We've even got a pirate ship down there, which we haven't done yet. And we've also got Treetops, which we have done. Waterfalls, the last visit, and if you watch our vlog, you know why we're not doing it again. You've then got Drench down at the end, and again, probably guess we're not doing that, and also it's not open, it doesn't help. But I think we're getting the drenchiness here by now, anyway. Yeah. Then you've also got the Zamperla disco around there, and then you've got the little Neverland stuff, your little kiddie rides, a little pirate ship. And that's how it really. You can see them, I think down towards the map quick down here, so you can really just see what it is. But you've got some really decent rides around here, and I think small park, don't get me wrong, but definitely one you have to visit because it is amazing. No matter how old you are, there's all the little things for all the family, and it really is. It's been an amazing day, and it's only continuing right now as we're going to lap this one and this one here. So let's go to those. But you never know in this vlog, surprises come out of nowhere. 1 minute at a time, I go, you know what, Adam? I want to get drenched in there, but I've got, yeah, not coming today. To be honest with you guys.
Enjoyed that last time.
Yeah, it was good fun last time when it was all sunny and hot. Whereas now, a bit rainy. But if you're coming for your first time, you've got to give it on and go. But after your first time, and you can fall in.
You can. I didn't, so I've basically, well, I've only ever had one ride, and I mean, you've had a couple.
Yeah, I wanted to fall in, to be honest with you guys. So after you do fall in, you then realise, yeah, pretty like an hour's day when you've got to do a 4-hour car journey home, because we're doing a day trip. It's not as fun to go on that ride there, so we're sticking to the more dry rides at the park, but making it as well. We're going to close as well. Got that one over there. You have got that bungee jump with that. There's like slingshot swing rides, but that is also another charge. Oh yeah, I mentioned it.
And Dizzy Dips.
Yeah, I mentioned that one too. I mentioned a few of them. I have mentioned a few.
What's nice to point out is that over here actually, it says Oakwood W.
It's not 100% signs at Oakwood. Nah.
I mean, I'm sure that's probably just preparing for like that after dark event, because I mean, that hasn't been on that for a couple of years, and so.
Oh, that wasn't last year weekend, wasn't it?
I know it wasn't, no, because they're literally like, it's something like 12 o'clock or something like that.
So I might be right so quiet there as well, because obviously not everyone, cause it was meant to be 8 o'clock today, wasn't it? When we looked at the original daytimes.
Yeah, it was actually. Yeah.
And then they changed it, maybe because of how quiet it's going, I don't know how white it was, but.
I mean, they would definitely change it now if it's raining, but.
Yeah, they're going to change it anyway, and so I think that might be quite good, and also petrol prices are still extreme within this book right now, over in July 2022, so. It's probably part of the reason why it's going quiet, but even last year in the middle of August it was still absolutely busy, but then again you have COVID. So I think first up, it's going to do a mega ride, then we're going to head over towards the fair when it starts building down the cube, and it's not long at the moment. And continue there, these two rides here, they're really great rides, and I look forward to heading on a few rides right now. 5 rides on Megaphobia. As you can see now, the queue is literally not even walking, literally it's just bonkers. I mean,
we were literally just lapping the front row.
We got to row 5 for the first ride, and obviously if you're on the ride, I don't know if you know it's not, but if you're on the ride you can stay on again.
And we had another ride on row 6.
Yeah, and then the front row got empty, so we're like, we said, can we just go back? So we got to the front, and we thought, we're doing more on the front, this is row ride number 3, and we sat there, and then we got back, and there was no one in the front row, so we just went again. And then we went again, because it feels wrong not to go. And then
so 5 rides on that.
And then that's almost came in, so we decided to continue our day. But
that could have been our 20th ride in this.
Yeah. Well, that we were saying, I mean, front row, the best experience in the UK for a roller
I mean,
coaster.
like, this is what we're saying.
Hasty Front Row.
The lift hill. We're saying that compared to Icon. I mean, for me, Icon used to it, and I don't know. It's still probably the best experience. I say Icon's the best coaster. Like it's like very, very.
Oh no, I'd say Megaphobia best experience. But if you go back though, it's the same as old Blackpool Woodies.
Yeah, like back, like I mean, like,
yeah.
I mean, like big dip back row or like on a wheel seat. Any of them are great. Like, well,
yeah.
great. Well, I mean, they're bad basically. So.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
if you're gonna get it, get it out from row experience because that is amazing. And if not, then it's not the same. So if you're coming in, can't just enough, go around hundreds of times to see everything is. But at the end of the day, it's all walk on. But continue our lapping. Next up, we're going to be heading on to Bobsleigh, and we've still got like 2 hours of the day left right now. So we're not trying to figure out what we'll do because we're obviously having a great day. We still have to do. But if you do have a day from like 10:30 to 4, 10:30 to 5, don't feel as if that you're going to be running short on rides because that's why we're doing that, to be lapping and going over again and again.
The only thing is that these two speed no limits are so rideable.
Yeah.
I mean, I say speed no limits is more rideable when there's two trains because you can't really stay on speed no limits. Like you sort of have to go.
Unless, yeah. So that's a bit like one of those ones that you kind of can't whatever. But
this you probably have to get off anyway. So
yeah, I mean, and actually, could see. There's literally no one in the queue, so we don't know how much little chance mate. It's going to be a crazy. It's raining, it's all slippery, so be careful.
I wouldn't really worry about the queue jumpers because there's nobody in the queue. So.
Otherwise, like, you know, it's worse when it's asked to leave a park. Oh, do you want to leave a park now? I was like, thanks. It's like, she was like nothing. In Merlin parks, it's like, you will leave a park and you'll give us 100 quid. So it's very different from there, but amazing.
I mean, we do like Merlin parks. I mean, I go down to them twice, maybe 3 times a week. So.
But yeah, let's go. There's that Bobsleigh, walk on queue, literally. Bobsled is amazing. There's no doubt about it. Every time we go on it, in my eyes, it gets better and better. Being able to race, control your own speed, and in the race, you fly on a goal. At one point, bit of a car went off the track, but I didn't fully fall off. Right, it's crazy, right?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, it's like, especially just lapping it. I think we did it 3 times, is it? I don't know, something like that.
Yeah.
You know, especially lapping it, it's such a great ride, and it's actually, so at first I thought, it's fine, but you know, I get to like it more now. It's got no queue at all because, you know, that's definitely a ride where you don't really want a queue for. So, you know, it's a great ride though.
Yeah, it's definitely in the top 3 at the park. I think that, Megaphobia, and Speed are definitely the top 3 here.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely the standout attractions, and you know, I mean all 3 of them are just incredible. I'd probably say Megaphobia maybe the best, but Speed's also great as well. You know, Bobsleigh's good as well though.
So what we're doing right now is, because we just lapped them so many times, more than we thought we were going to do, we're making our way back around the parking, so we're going to go down now into Spooky Streak, and our first ride, Spooky 3D. We've never done it before this trip, and now we're doing it twice. Let's go. So we're doing Spooky 3D.
They might as well close it.
So, the park is empty, as you can probably see, and after riding that dark ride again, this time actually a lot better, a lot more jump scares came out. We literally all in the park and just shocked at how empty it is. I mean, you could have kind of this shocked if you were leaving, but no one's here. We're even saying that if it's just us in the park, it'd be a bit awkward sometimes, but it's just really bonkers how quiet it is, so.
No one around, is there?
It is, I mean,
Rain is relentless.
Rain is non-stop, and like, even for Wales it's probably quite an extreme day.
Well.
I know, but yeah, it's just empty, and I'm trying to. We've got a fun game trying to find people around here. I mean, earlier today it was quiet, and then it got a bit busier, but not a lot busier. And then now it's just like absolutely empty. I mean, we got any ride you want, instant walk on, laugh if you want. It's like.
When are they doing the wet weather guarantee?
It's like having the whole park to yourself, to be honest with you. It doesn't end in the wet weather guarantee, and actually, I don't know. Do we have a wet weather guarantee here?
I don't know. Maybe like there definitely used to be something about like a weather guarantee if it rains more than a certain amount of hours. And
we got that today.
The whole day, but I mean, if there is, we'll probably make our trip back here this year. I don't know though, so we'll probably have to check it out just in case.
So that's the thing, like, lots of people do it, and again, it's great to be able to come back, and this park is so amazing that we just want to come back. To be honest,
that's the thing. I wouldn't be surprised if, I mean, for us now, this is sort of like probably like an annual visit because I mean it's a great park, and that's sort of the same as Event Trining Christmas. Like that's like an annual.
You don't really need more than one a year here.
No,
like,
I mean if you had like the guarantee back, I think it only expires. I think it only runs that year. However, I mean, if you're
going to, there's no harm going back again. It's like, I mean, particularly something that expensive. I mean, like it costs not a lot to get in. I think walking in now, but it's like 90 quid for a ticket. I think is it for us getting 90 quid?
Just over 100.
Just over 100 because possible to get in. And in the racing days today, again, walk on Coastin. I think there's not even any staff around this area. So it's just crazy, but oh, that's close. Neverland is close. Oh, why'd you do that? Oh, what a shame.
Very last time.
What a shame. But I don't know what everyone's cleaning rides are. I didn't clean our day. I don't even know where we're going, to be honest. We're going somewhere, guys.
Or should we have slides?
Or we can do a slide. Maybe we can do a slide. Let's have a look around here in Neverland.
Water slide.
Just took a trip down to Neverland, and what I'm going to do is a clip of speed up here. We are going to be heading over towards our next attraction right away, the Zamperla Disco. As we weren't going to do it today, we really weren't going to do it, but with a queue like that, I can't see why we would not. I mean,
We might as well go.
it's a gold machine. I mean, every ride's a walk on. It's like you know, you're like a private park. You've got a few people like us who's making the most of our day tickets today, trying to say to them, last minute they can, 6 o'clock.
Right, a bit Megaphobia again.
Oh, Megaphobia, yeah.
I wonder how many rides we can go next. We can lose just on it.
See what we'll do is, I think realistically, we go in this, go to speed, and then realistically, when we'll go over towards Bobsleigh and then the Megaphobia, yeah, just stay on there. But yeah, we're going to head over to speed. No, we're not. Dizzy Disc. Let's go. Yeah, video on Dizzy Disc, if it's still open, I think. Finally, the rain has stopped. It must be Dizzy Disc stopping it, but
Yeah.
oh, Dizzy Disc, Zamperla Disco. You know how I like. But it's dizzy.
Right, yeah.
It's alright. Not the best one actually, but hey ho, that's Dizzy Disc. But the rain has stopped. Finally, doesn't mean I'm going to do this now, guys. It's not that hot yet. Or put us with a rather unsafe disc. I mean, just tray coming down into the water below. No, it's not that yet, but
It's so quiet.
it's nice to see. Basically now, people will leave because of the rain. It's stopped raining, everyone's left, and we get like a walk around park, no one here, half to ourselves, and walk and kiss.
Do you want to Treetops slide?
Might as well, no one here. Yeah, we're going to shoot back home. Oh, literally, if you look around, the few people just walk around, there's no one here. Just walk into whatever you want to do, jump on it. I have to start the whole ride up, which I feel a bit guilty of that sometimes. But hey, oh, it's quite cool actually.
Oh, you just supposed to
Never had this before at a theme park.
I know, it's quite funny because things like the operators actually want you to go on it because
They get so bored, yeah.
Because that's why Disney just want to go around again because they're so bored sitting there.
It's not good. I don't mind if we just have some view to watch around, but we should wake them up now because we're going to be going to Treetops. But once again, fail so much.
And like now, like, we can give like the Treetop stuff like a bit of entertainment.
Yeah,
So.
they're like, oh, it's the best part of the day. Now that is a sight you're never going to see again. No one, Adam, then me, and no one. That is crazy. Literally, it's just me and you on the whole train.
It was quite funny because it was literally just only us, like, on the whole entire Treetops train. So, I mean, I think you went front, yeah.
Yeah, I went front, you went back.
And I went back, and, you know, the front's better, but the back's still pretty good. Like, usually on these areas, typically, so, like, the back's better, but I'd say Treetops, yeah, definitely on the front, but...
Yeah, the front's good fun. It's funny to watch each other go round, it's like... It's not a whole train.
Yeah, I mean, I think like 20 rows on that as well, so obviously that's 18 rows, like, not...
I've been on twice by yours, and still going twice. Like, yeah, of course, yeah, so you never really get that. But I just wonder how much this park is cost. It is summer holidays. No, it's obviously raining, but...
And do you know what's even worse? It's the first day of the holidays as well. It's the first day where everybody's off, like private schools, normal schools, anything.
Yeah, and actually Jayden's going off in like a week as well. From the channel of Jayden Austin. He got with his uncle, so it hopefully means that if he goes here, it's also quiet.
Yeah.
Well, you can pretty much predict that it's going to be a quiet day. So stay tuned for our latest vlog on the channel when we do come back here, and we'll see if it as quiet later on. But our first trip was quiet. I mean, it wasn't as quiet as there's a vent on later on, so it's not this quiet, but obviously,
It's still really...
but the level of light is quiet enough to enjoy it. It's like, if you're going to wait one train for a ride, not fair, there's quite a few around here actually, but
It's not still standing around, but
if you're going to want to wait one go, it's not the end of the world, and same if you have to jump straight aboard, so it's up to you how you come along, when you come along, but I think no matter when you come along to this park, unless it's a mega event, it's pretty much guaranteed to have a walk on. But actually, talking about that, I just remembered when we were actually in the queue for Bobsleigh, Adam asked the guy when's the busiest time, and he said the busiest time is weekdays. Now that's crazy, like last week, but apparently all the schools do school trips here at the same time. So
I mean, I wouldn't have thought that because there's not really many schools around here. So
no, so he said anyone in Wales come here for like last week of school. So one day like 3,000 people, which even though Disney World has a max capacity of 1 million, 3,000 here is a lot of people. And they said there's queues up to like an hour long Megaphobia and stuff, and it's just like compared to now, if you're going to come save money from going to school, just going to South, because you get walk-on queues like this. We're in straight on, we're going to run now, but straight on to speed. We're going to run like speed to speed. Oh, that's a good one, Tom. Last ride of the day on speed, I'm pretty sure it is, and that was good fun. Again, weird thing enough, it's a Kursal Eurofighter, okay, which hasn't got big trains, and there's only one train operation, there's a max of 2, so no wonder it's a big queues sometimes, like, especially on the school trip days, where it's like 2 hours for that sort of thing. And what's even more crazy is that you couldn't go on it, this is more than 4 people, so we luckily had to wait like 5 or 10 minutes, and then luckily got someone in, so unusual. I mean, never. If your park already saw on like even 4 trains, it'd be like a 5-hour queue.
Oh yeah, no, it'd be awful, because I mean, like, this is like Saw has like an offload station, on-load station, and they literally, you know, on the on-load and offload station, they both have 2 trains in there. And usually guys like Eurofighters only have like an on-load and offload, or even some just have an on-load, to be fair, like Speed does. But you know, I mean, that was insane. Like, it's such a great coaster, and I do think I'm fair Megaphobia, but it's an amazing coaster. And even though, I mean, it hasn't really moved down my rankings, I think I'm just going to move them both up, you know, because they're both great coasters. Yeah, I think Megaphobia is definitely a little bit hard. I mean, but they're both back to back me. And of course, well, the icon of Black Pleasure Beach, I think Megaphobia and that's back to back. So I think 3 UK rides are very close for me. So
yeah, they are. But this is up there for me. Funny enough, our next ride, the Bobsleigh, we're going to nap for a bit of time before finishing off Megaphobia. 15 minutes maybe. 15 minutes, 20 minutes all the time, yeah. We're going to do a few rides on here. It's actually amazing, and I think we're just going to go out as much as we can. Dad's going this time, it's not raining.
Yeah, it'll be good.
It is your favourite ride here, isn't it?
It is my favourite ride here.
So,
definitely. Let's
get back on here. Let's go on the Bobsleigh, walk on queue, and I still want one of these in my garden. Don't think it's big enough though. Bob said like 20,000 go done. We just lapped as many as we can, and that was amazing. Still, such a fun ride. The starts were amazing. It started recognise, I can remember the whole script now. Push forward to go, pull back to stop, go slow down the corners, go slow on in front of you, etc, etc, etc. Good to go. So I remember it because we've done it so much, and it was absolutely amazing. Again, it shows how a theme park doesn't need these big fancy rides to be amazing. That is up there with the best ride at the park. I'm going to run around quickly now to get on this ride here, but I think we're going to only ride this, to be honest. It's absolutely crazy. So we're going to do this a few more times, and then we're going to have one last final ride, I think, for me. I don't know, Adam, he might go and do this some other time, but I want to finish off the day with a Bobsleigh ride. Here you go, Megaphobia. We're probably going to stay on, so I'll keep a ride count and tell you when we get off. Looking forward to it, let's go. Megaphobia time. 23 past, but we decided to go back to the Bobsleigh for one last final ride. We'll go back on Megaphobia. Look, 20 years of Megaphobia, wasn't that last year?
No, that wasn't last year. It was actually 5 years.
So yeah.
6 years off now.
Bit of an old car there, but Bobsleigh.
But which is 5 years is the
Bobsleigh.
No, creepy cooler actually, maybe. But if you want 5 years, but maybe like an anniversary, I don't know.
I know, I'll find out soon. But let's go, last ride on the Bobsleighs. See if we can get on the bottom way.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think we're taking a ride on that today. Most of them are just enjoying the wave. That would never happen at Merlin in a million years. But wow, what a day has it been today. You can see it going. It's like, is that meant to get like that? I don't know. It's meant to be a bit low down, isn't it?
But no,
I just love that. But, yeah, a bit unusual. Hey ho, today, how was it? Amazing. That is fast.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the amazing thing about Oakwood. You know, it's a theme park that we first visited last year, and you know, I mean, we were really impressed last year, and yesterday, weather has been the best, and you know, that always happens pretty much when one visits theme parks, but you know, it'd still be great to get down here. Of course, the standout two, I mean, the biggest rides here are, of course, Megaphobia and Speed No Limits. And last time I preferred Speed No Limits, this time I actually prefer Megaphobia, so, but they're very close.
The next time we're excited.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, like, they're very close coasters, and they make from like an amazing one-two punch here at this park. Probably the best in the UK, to be honest. And you know, overall, I mean, they've got a great selection of family coasters and obviously family attractions as well. Like Treetops is a really fun ride. And of course, well, I couldn't forget about Bobsleigh. I mean, that is just such a great attraction. And of course, unfortunately, there were some ride closures. You know, we've got everything we need to, obviously we've got everything we need to do. I think we've got like nearly 15 to 20 rides on Megaphobia. So it's pretty safe. It's been a great day to come back here.
It really has. Every day's been amazing so far. And I hope it's continues in the future because this park is amazing. I mean, it has been one of my favourite parks in the UK, without a doubt. If not the most best park in the UK. I mean, you this time, like, oh, it's really pushed my expectations because you've enjoyed it a lot more than you did last time.
I mean, I loved it last time.
Yeah, This time has been absolutely amazing. We've got so much done, and overall, it's been all around midday. But while we're rushing back, because we've got a 4-hour car journey home, Mum and Dad, how's your day?
Oh, I had a really good day again. I mean, it was a bit wet, but it was a really good day.
No, it didn't at all, no. I think it's really nice park. But obviously, you guys are very kind of Wales.
Do you know what? I recommend this park to anybody to come here. You know, you've got to manage your expectations a little bit. It's no Disney World, but you're not paying for that either. But it's a really lovely park, and everyone would have a good day there, can't you?
Yeah, it really is a part of everyone. And if you do something like a lucky day, there are also some amazing picnic spots as well. So, like I said, this park is amazing. We've almost done all the rides in here. We've only got a short tower to go, really have all the rides to complete it all. But wow, today has been absolutely amazing. And
a lot of rides done.
If you live in Wales, come down here, obviously. If you live outside of Wales, still come down here, because it's an amazing place. But with all that said, as we are just approaching the train right now, I think it's time to end this vlog. This amazing vlog from over here at Oakwood Theme Park. We've been here for the whole day today, did more rides than I can count. You do need a whole day here, don't get me wrong, but if it's raining out today, you might, if you're staying for multiple days, you might go, I might leave.
Juice there's not really been much, I mean, apart from the countryside and birds, but so the theme park wise, Juice there's not really been anything around this area, apart from a couple of small coasters off there to point down. Zip World, a couple of hours away from here. There's not really much apart from in terms of theme park wise, so you sort of might as well just spend a full day down here and all that.
Yeah.
It's a really nice park.
Really nice park, and you get here your turn, but
Nice beaches.
it has got nice beaches, don't advise, so nothing to do with Wales. But as I'm now going to leave the park and get my final thumbnail photo for this vlog, I just want to thank you all for watching, and if you haven't, check out the end of the channel. I'll be got so many more, so many great theme parks coming up here very, very shortly. But while we're outside the Oakwood sign, my name is Tom Derrick from Theme Park Coastin, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Bye bye.